Today we're going to make kale and mushrooms. You start off by making caramelized onions, which I have a recipe in the book and a video for on the website. Halfway through your caramelized onions, you want to throw in your garlic and you let that cook. Then you want, once that's all melded together, you want to throw in your artichoke hearts. Just kind of cut them up into bite-sized pieces. You want to stir that together, and you want to cook that for a little bit, a good couple minutes or so it kind of gets all the flavors into the artichoke hearts before you put in any of your broth. So let that cook for a minute or two. The artichoke hearts have cooked in with the mushrooms real well. You want to add in your broth. You want to add it in kind of slow so you can get all the bits off the bottom. You want to make sure you get all that off so you get all that flavor going. You just kind of keep adding so you can get it all off. And just let it slowly start heating up the liquid so it doesn't boil it all away. Then you want to add in your mushrooms. Now you don't want too much more liquid because your mushrooms are very, very liquidy as it is. Once you put them in, they're going to add their own moisture. So you want to put in your mushrooms, let them sit in there. And you want to add plenty because they will shrink down. And just let that cook for a few minutes until the mushrooms start getting soft. Now I do want to make it clear how easy it is to have vegetable broth laying around. This you make in a big batch, all at one time, and you just freeze up half cups, 1 cup, 2 cups, whatever you need, quarter cups. And it's all very strong and very concentrated, so if you needed to add a little liquid to it, easy to do because it doesn't water it down. See my book for the recipe for the vegetable broth, and see my website for the video on how to make the vegetable broth. Very easy, and I show you how to do it very inexpensive. So now we're going to go back to the mushrooms, and they're just about cooked. Now if you need to add a little bit of liquid at this point, it's okay because there's so much flavor in there, you're not going to water it down. Right now we're doing okay. So we're going to start adding our kale. Now the kale, the best thing to do with the kale is when you get it in a big batch, you put it in something like this and break it up. It's so much easier than trying to do it right at the point of trying to make it. The thing you want to do is put the kale in there so it'll start wilting down. Just do it a little bit at a time so it doesn't overflow the pan. And then as it wilts, just keep adding, kind of like you do the spinach on the spinach and artichoke stuffed portobellos. And be sure to look at that recipe and that video too. Really, really good. So you're just kind of wilting it down here. Wilting down the kale. It doesn't take very long. It goes very quick. And I rarely put any salt in my recipes because there's so much flavor you really don't need the salt. So try it without it first. Just keep wilting it down. Then once you've got all the kale in there, you just stir just a touch. See, it's already just about cooked. Doesn't take very long. Once the onions are cooked, it takes no time. 15-20 minutes max. Okay. Now that you've got the kale all wilted down, now you want to add in your nutmeg. Make sure to get whole nutmeg. Whole nutmeg is so much better, much more flavor, and it's just a bean. And you grind it on here. Do a good generous amount. You want to be able to taste the nutmeg, but not too much. 4 or 5 little scrubs on there. Mix it in real good. Oh, you can smell that nutmeg. And you should be able to smell it. And that is your kale and mushrooms. It's done. It's so easy. Serve it with a little bit of whole grain bread. See my website, godsmenu.com, for my book, God's Menu, for this recipe and others. Thank you. And that is your kale and mushrooms. See this and other recipes at my website, godsmenu.com, and get my book, God's Menu. Thank you.